In a world that's always yelling, be visible and get out there, it's so easy to feel like you're just playing by someone else's rules. But what if? What if you could actually design your own way of showing up? Today, we're going to talk about a framework for creating visibility that actually feels good, that's sustainable, and that's powerful for you.
I mean, this is the question, isn't it? This is the one that keeps so many of us up at night. How do you get seen and heard without completely burning out or feeling like you're faking it? It's all about finding that sweet spot, That place where you can make a real impact, but without losing yourself in the process.
So instead of following some generic one-size-fits-all formula, we're looking at a whole new framework. It's about designing your own emergence. Think about that, shifting from feeling obligated to being intentional. It's not about being everywhere all the time. Oh no, it's about being in the right places for the right reasons.
And this is the heart of it, right here. Intentional visibility design. It sounds fancy, but what it really is a strategic framework that puts you back in the driver's seat. It's about aligning how, where, and when you show up with your actual real-life capacity, your core values, and the impact you truly want to make. It's a tool for making conscious choices, not just reacting to all the noise out there.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually do it? Well, this whole framework is built on 4 really simple, but honestly pretty profound guiding questions. These are your pillars.
It really boils down to just these 4 things. First up, why? What's your purpose? What's the impact you want to have? Number 2, where? Let's get strategic about the platforms you choose. Third, how often? And this one's huge. You have to get real about what's actually sustainable for you. And finally, number 4, boundaries. What are the rules you need to put in place to protect your energy so this whole thing serves you instead of draining you?
I want you to just let this one sink in for a minute. Seriously, this is such a foundational truth for this entire way of thinking. You get to decide. You control the gates. This isn't about hiding away from the world. It's about protecting your energy so you can show up with real power where it actually counts.
This just completely flips the script on what it means to be visible. We tend to think it means being the loudest person in the room or going viral, but real, lasting impact? That often comes from quiet consistency. It's like the steady drip of water that eventually carves a path through stone, not the sudden chaotic flood.
All right, so once you're really clear on your why, it's time to get practical and tackle the where. Because let's be honest, not all platforms are created equal, and the real key here is finding the space that aligns with the specific kind of impact you want to have.
So check this out. Look at how different platforms can serve totally different purposes. If your goal is to build deep trust and have influence in a safe space, maybe a private community or a WhatsApp group is perfect. If you're all about storytelling and being relatable, Instagram is your spot. Looking for discovery and a place to build confidence, maybe you give TikTok a try. And hey, let's not forget about offline spaces for those real, deep conversations. It's all about being strategic with your energy. And this is the secret weapon against overwhelm. Instead of trying to be a master of everything and ending up good at nothing, the challenge is simple. Pick just one. One single platform to focus on, to experiment with. This lets you go deep, really learn the culture, and build that quiet consistency we were talking about without stretching yourself way too thin.
Okay, so we've walked through the ideas, we've talked about the strategy, now it's time to make it real. This is where we stop thinking about it and start doing it. We're going to do that by creating a simple, super clear, 30-day commitment to yourself.
But wait, before you make that commitment, I want you to just pause for a second and ask yourself this question. Think back to who you were when you started watching this. Has your perspective on visibility shifted at all? Do you feel even a little bit more empowered, more in control? Because that shift in your mindset, that's the real first step.
Now, let's lock in that change. The first part of your commitment is to write one single sentence that captures your new approach. It could be something like, I will show up with intention to share my story. Just the simple act of writing it down makes it so much more real.
And now, we translate that beautiful intention into one clear, measurable action. Not 10 actions, not 5, just one. What is the single thing you will do for the next 30 days? Maybe it's post one story a week on Instagram, or reach out to one mentor for a conversation. A single, manageable action is what makes sure you'll actually do it.
And we're going to end here, because at the end of the day, this isn't just about social media strategy. Designing your emergence, it's an act of choosing to be whole. It's about bringing your values, your capacity, and your impact all together into one aligned person.
And that intentional choice, that's how a true legacy actually begins. So what's yours going to be?